working now. There we go. Alright, how y'all doing today? We're here today in Moncrief Yard doing some yard switching. Right now we've got an NS local that we just brought in. And we need to go pick up some cars. Let's see. I sorted this whole yard out last night. We got Moncrief NS cars there. And where's the other ones? There they are. So, I'll do that, and we'll have some fun today. So how you guys doing? How you been lately? It's been a long time since I've streamed on here. Get this yard engine over. I've been pretty busy lately. I just got back from Pennsylvania yesterday. Or, well, I left Pennsylvania on Monday, and I spent a few days over at my dad's house, and just got back to my house yesterday. Had a pretty good trip overall. Didn't do quite as much this time as I did back in April. I mean, just spent more time with my family. But did a good amount of rail fanning on the trip back home. Stopped in Fostoria, Deschler area. Got a lot of crossing points in that area. KC Associates make another run to Laredo. Nice. I'd love to see that one of these days before the CPKC is finalized. Wonder what's going to happen to that train once the merger does go through. You know it will. No matter what CN tries, it's gonna go through. Only unless some like ethereal being stops it, like with the SPSF merger. I wonder how would the rail fanning landscape look if the SPSF merger actually went through. That would have been really interesting. McDonald's colors would have been everywhere. Or would they have come up with a new paint scheme by now? Kodachrome Plus. In addition to red and yellow, we now have green. That probably would have looked hideous. Bankrupt in 10 years. Yeah, probably. Penn Central 2.0. Or no, Penn Central went bankrupt immediately. Cut here. Penn Central Junior, and there you go. So yeah, this yard was very full. I had to sort out cuts for lots of different trains. We got like 4 different cuts here going to the FEC. We've got A753 local, A759 local, Baldwin cars, Yulee cars, and then all the non-local cars going north to Waycross. Today you'll just do some switching around with the local cars heading to different industries around here, or to different interchange yards. So again, right now we're running the Z606 NS transfer to Simpson Yard. So let's see. Gotta pick up these cars. And for anyone wondering, I am on the Depot Plus server, the A-Line server. I think right now I'm the only one on... Oh no, there's Thomas J. He's running the A775. Here, KYHLB in the background. I always forget that I have that for the CSX ES40 DCs. Oh, Lord. How are we going to do this? Are we going to have to go... Oh, my God. I didn't think this one through. I got to run all the way out to Beaver Street to get this... Do I? Oh, yeah, I do. Unless we shove back in on this track and then forward again. That'll probably work. Sounds fun. Do we have enough room there? You think with all the time I spent sorting this yard last night, I'd think about this better, but I don't think that far ahead. Let's see, who's running out this way? Bunch of AI trains. $48.36 and $48.80. Then we got another AI train back here somewhere. There it is. Alright, back to this. Okay, I think we do have enough room there to back it in. So we don't have to run all the way out to Beaver Street. Sure, I'm not gonna split any of these switches. Still building my train world in my modded Minecraft. Nice. Never once played Minecraft. I'm not really too much into like building games like that because I have like zero creativity. Makes you wonder why I'm a YouTuber. Signals. Yes, sir. Hey, Derek, how's it going? Running Moncrief Yard in Jacksonville, Florida on the Depot Plus A-Line server. Right now, gotta get a transfer done to NS. After that, we'll probably get the either the TTX or the FEC transfer done. Where's my TTX cut? There it is. I'm good. Well, that's good to hear. Lots of BN cars on this one today. These switches are good. Oh, I did pass the signal. Well, here's your crossing signs. Still recovering back from a cold, so if my voice sounds a little off today, that's why. Unfortunately, I was sick through most of my Pennsylvania trip, which was not the funnest thing that could have done. But it is what it is. Pretty much all of us got sick at my mom's house. I don't know if it was COVID or what it was, but it did kick our ass for quite a bit. Other than that, it was a pretty good Pennsylvania trip. Like I said, I did a bunch of crossing stuff on the way back from Pennsylvania in Ohio. 5 crossings updated in Tiffin. They all got quad gates now. Thankfully, I got them all photographed way back in 2016, back when they were still just normal 2-signal installs. Well, actually, one of them had 3 signals, because there was an extra cantilever on the opposite side of the road. Unfortunately, that's gone now. And another crossing that had a cantilever also got replaced, and just has 4 mass signals now. And Tiffin is now a quiet zone, so that sucks. And then that CSX line had a bunch of LED updates, so I got all that documented between Tiffin and Fostoria. And then there's one crossing in Bascom, Ohio that got new Siemens signals. They had WCH signals before, and those got Siemens signals, but now they reuse the same relay case, and now there's conduit at the crossing. So I'm very curious if they're going to be installing new signals there after the new Siemens signals that we've already installed. We'll wait and see on that front. And then Fostoria, they upgraded most of the lights on the crossings on the Columbus sub to LED. Except for the one crossing that had 8-inch lights. He left that one with 8-inch lights. I think it's Fremont Street. It's right next to another crossing that had similar signals. Oh. Eastbound on the Mendota. What do we got? forward K5HL, it sounds like. Yep, $59.99 Tier 4 and a NS7705. This is most likely the Gal MSI. Runs to Elkhart, Indiana. See that in a future YNet archive video. Don't forget, if you want to see all the YNet archive videos, you can become a member of the channel at the $4.99 level. You can see every archive from September onward for $4.99 a month. Let's get this NS transfer done here. Just gonna hook up the other cut and then shove it on over to these tracks over here, which is the game's current Simpson yard. Hopefully they incorporate the full yard at some point, but for now that's all the game has. Come on, signal. There we go. And then on top of the Fostoria and Deschler updates, got two crossings updated on the Wheeling in Norwalk and Monroeville. That got all new signals. One of them at Corwin and Pine Street in Norwalk, that got 4 new gated signals. It's right in the middle of an intersection. It's pretty nice. And then Cylon Road in Huron got new signals on the Chicago line that replaced old State Train 85 gate mechanisms. And then as far as sirens on this trip, I didn't do too much this time in terms of sirens. I did our yearly Knoxfest trip with me, Calvin, and Tyler Noy. We did the Model 7 near Cement City, Michigan for 6 p.m. blast the night before. Then we got our Knoxes the next day around Paynesville area. And then I think in Pennsylvania I only recorded 2 sirens. Well, technically 3. One of them was the Model 3 in Union City, Pennsylvania, where there's a sentry literally like 2 blocks away. So you get to hear both sirens at the same time, which was really cool. It's a nice sounding combo. And then the other one I did was the Model 7 in Limestone Township, Pennsylvania, in Clarion County. Pretty standard test there, but still nice to see. And yeah, that was basically the extent of my Pennsylvania trip. And let's see, since the last time I talked to you guys, what other trips have I done? I did a couple of Geneva Sip trips. I haven't uploaded the videos yet from my last trip, but one thing I discovered up there is that Route 84 in Fulton is getting might be getting all new signals soon, even though that crossing already has a newer Siemens setup. I'm going to be heading back up there either tomorrow or Sunday, see if anything's changed up there now. And Dakin Road and Acker Road are fully finished. I recently uploaded my videos from my chase of Iowa Interstate 707 on the Peoria branch. That was a great chase. It's been a long time since I'd heard that RS3L on 707. Literally since 2013, I believe. So it was a great trip down memory lane for that one. And then I also caught 152 on PESI back in September, before it went into storage again. And that one might be one of my favorite videos of the year so far. Climbing the hill here in Wyanett, literally less than a mile south of my house. By itself, pulling about 30 loaded cars up the hill. Man, did it sound good. And from a distance, that RS3K really sounded like a Sandcast Canadian K3. It was beautiful sounding. Again, unfortunately now they've sent all the SD38s back into storage. Apparently they had 151 out as well, even though I never saw videos of it. And that one's got a nice sounding P3. Yeah, I thought they had just had 152 and 53 out, but apparently not. Game lagged there for a second. Yep, 3542, XBN SD40-2. Yeah, it should be. Let me look up and see specifically which one it is, or was. XBN 7176. And then 3426 would have been a former Conrail engine. Originally built as originally a KCS SD40, number 602, and then it went to Conrail as 6962. Oh, and then this one in real life, that was one of the ones sold to CSX. It's now 4376. So this was one of the short-lived Hornets. Another AI train out there. Where's that? There it is. There's a lot of AI trains that run through here. Alright, we got all our cars now, so now I gotta get back over here to Simpson Yard. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a straight SD40. So it's been an SD40-1, -2, and -3. Oh boy, we got a lot of TTX cars. Holy crap. So we'll be switching that yard out later. And then here's the FEC yard, which you also got to switch out. The Z604. FEC number 718 and 707. I'm just talking about Iowa State 707. And funny enough, coming back from Pennsylvania, I saw CSX 707 leading. So that's been a very prolific number lately. How long is this train? 4176. Good size transfer today for NS. I think it's going to be even longer than that for the FEC transfer we're doing later. But thankfully, FEC's yard is fairly big, so we should be able to fit everything in there. I would hope. Ooh, are we going to have enough room for Simpson Yard? Oh boy, we might not have enough room for all these cars. We'll see. Unless they count the this straight section of track here past the switch as part of the industry lead. Though it doesn't show up when I do industry tags on here. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, it doesn't count. Uh-oh. Should be fine. I would hope. Why do they have this going back further? Does that go all the way back there? Do I want to test it out? I suppose I could. I didn't think it went all the way back there. Well, I better save this just in case. 2020 3542 cell LTX. Okay. Well, that's just what I had it set as for the horn. I could change it real quick, so it's a little more accurate. Let's see. I got a lot of horns I downloaded off the enhancements Discord. That one should be pretty accurate. That is definitely the one thing I love the most about V3. Oh shit, we're way out here now. pull it past the switch or the signal here. Why does all this count? Even up to there, but yet it doesn't count for here for Simpson? That makes no sense. What industries are back here? It's either the 753 or 759. Or no, that might be the Y124 area. I love that they put that sound in there. So I'll probably stream until about 6 Central, so it'll be 2.5 hours from now. And then I plan on streaming to Twitch tonight, some Shell Shock Live with a bunch of my non-trained friends. That'll be at about 7:30 Central. Haven't streamed over there in quite a while. I just haven't been much in the streaming mood lately, but things are different today. Feeling more up to it. So much up to it, I plan on doing 2 streams, which is rare. I know I've said before, but I want to do streams like this once a week, hopefully. And I know I said that back in July, and those plans fell through. But with winter coming up and less train trips for a while, I think now would be a good time to start doing that. Oh, we almost made it to that crossing. Yeah, there's the more accurate Narrowfont K3LA. Get these babies up to 8. And we're slipping. Slipping in the rain. And we turned on the fans. Welcome to Moncrief. Look around getting down? What? That makes no sense. I probably read that wrong. Have you ever rail fanned that KBS line in Kankakee? I've rail fanned the KBS. I have not seen it in Kankakee. I would love to. I want to get a bunch of those crossings in town that are filmed, but just haven't been able to time it. I know they run up there kind of as needed. There's not like a set day that they run, so getting it is difficult. And plus, they run early in the morning, and I am not a morning person. Plus, now I live further away from it, so it's harder for me to do the KBS now than it was when I lived at my dad's. But hopefully at some point I can get the KBS in Kankakee. That would be really nice. And they actually upgraded one of the crossings there in Kankakee on the KBS. What was it? Harrison Street, I think it was, that had the older cantilevers and the one mast signal. That has all new cantilevers and a mast signal now. Still gateless, surprisingly. Let's see, was it Harrison? Yeah, Harrison Avenue number 2 in Kankakee. So now it looks just like the Indiana Avenue number 2 crossing now. Now he's running Q178. Where's that? Oh, he's just coming out of the TRC in Orlando. So he's going to be a while yet. But we might see him later, depending on how far he runs it. You know, the Matson sub's connected to the Holly sub. Kinda, yeah. Wouldn't it be more connected to the South Bend sub? I mean, you can pretty much connect almost any CN line to each other, except for the Bessemer sub. That's like the one outlier that's not connected to any other CN line. What is it? I think they use NS to send power out there. NS or CSX they have to use to send power out there. That's what they did when they sent the SD70M-2s out to that line a few years ago. Okay, hold up. Why is this track levitating? That doesn't seem right. Oh yeah, now the tracks are buried. So we are running through grass. The tracks are still here according to the game, so we shouldn't be derailing. Ah, yes, running through the patch of grass and into the trees. This is real-life simulating at its finest. Yeah, you can see the track repair there. Hi, Mason. How are you doing? This is so goofy. It's got your AC 4400's extended warranty. Wait, I have an AC 4400? When? How did this start? Why are you hiding it from me? And it has an extended warranty? It's very serious. Well, let me go check with my locomotive supplier about that. Let's see what I can do about that extended warranty. And you can call me back at 1-800-872-7245. Mason's hacks jobs locomotive systems. Interesting. Now let me ask you this: what railroad is that AC 4400 from? Because if it's from CP, we're talking. But if it's from CSX or UP, I don't know. Still, wait, no, no. I didn't steal it. I have a loan on it. I'm paying it back $200 at a time on my $1 million loan. It'll be paid off by the time we conquer Mars. It is from CP. Okay, good. $14K5. Okay, my name's not Andrew Schaefer. The CCTV footage. Prove it. Why would I even steal 14K5 LAs? I don't. I want something a little more interesting than that. Unless they're all like narrow font K5 LAs. But if they're raised letter, forget it. The track ended. Yeah, this is just the connection track for. In real life, this would be NSS Simpson Yard here, but they don't have that in this game yet. So. Oh wow, the whole thing fit. Perfect. I could not have had a much better length train than that. It just lost the tape. Ah, perfect. Was it one of those Bigfoot tapes that are in 144p? Because that sounds pretty snazzy. Alright, so we are done with NS now. 140p, got it. Now, I guess we could run the FEC transfer. Let's see, Z604. Go. Should CSX you scammed us? See, I went through with our deal. Oh. I get it. Wait, I have 40 PHs now? When did this happen? No, we need something better than that. Where did I put that one on there? Is there a better RLK3LA I can use for that? Nope. That's what I had. Yeah, Razor K3LA suck. Let's find something else. Good horn, but man, that audio sucks. Perfect. You can't prove nothing, Mason. So that's the FEC track. But why would I go there? Is there no signal for the FEC? No, there is. Where's the signal for the FEC? Don't make me get ASA. Oh, God. Oh, I see. I dum-dum. Hey, Ferks, how's it going? Welcome to this, interesting stream. There we go. Just in the nick of time. Alright, so we got a long string there. Fake CSX and Ferks accounts. I don't know how. Do you play trains? No, I do not. I do play Train Simulator Classic every now and then, but for the most part, when it comes to Train Simulator games, I play Run8. Just because I like the environment that you get with Run8. Why are there railroads doing us? Because we're in a train stream. Duh. We're gonna get every railroad in here. Jeez, what the heck is with that AI train? Who left the horn on? Oh, there were two separate ones blowing, that's why. Just sound like one continuous horn. Oh, apparently there is no FEC 718 anymore in real life. That sucks. Or a 707. Really? Really? 5286? Are you kidding me, train? So you have a 2 off in both directions and a 1 off. You are like one of the worst numbers out there. But apparently this is my transfer from the FEC today. 0.9 again. Why do we keep getting 0.9 HPT? Tornado Siren Simulator 2005. Railfan Sock Village. I have a couple times. I do have at least one video on my channel from the crossing in Sock Village. Have a deep and serious meaning. I mean, if you want it to have a serious meaning, you can definitely make it a serious meaning. By all means, do with your crazy mind what you will. Joliet sub BNSF is busy. There is no BNSF Joliet sub. Let's see, and then later, if we have time, we'll be switching out this auto rack terminal here, but we'll see if we have time for that. I love how trains are going that way across the NS here twice. What is this for? Why did I never notice this before? Where's that supposed to connect to? Is that like a prop to say like, oh, there's a new switch going in here? It must be what it is. Is it still around? Hold up. Oh, I guess it is. I don't know why I didn't have it in the horn list. Watching this in the Walmart break room. Oh, nice. I know Zach said he's at work too, so he's probably watching it in the Target break room. Retail break rooms unite. This cut's got a lot of interchange traffic going to the Duval ramp. I know that TTX transfer we're doing later will have even more. This is Jacksonville, Florida, Moncrief Yard. We're just running a bunch of the transfer jobs in and around the yard here. I spent last night sorting out all of these cars here, going to different locals or transfers. I also brought in the Q457. Actually, it was the X457. Yeah, the X457-19. Had 7807 leading. So I'll probably have to end up splitting this cut here. Hey, 9401, there you are. How's it going, man? The numbers are randomly generated on the game. You can switch them if you want, but I usually just leave them alone. Plus, we're on a server with other people, so I probably can't go around switching every single locomotive to the one I want, but I can do it sometimes. 2 hours of homework. Oh god, I do not miss those days. I'm so glad I'm long done with school. Graduated high school 10 years ago. I have not looked back since. Restore CW 7009. Run it on the Geneva sub. Hell yeah. I can't believe that thing survived in CW paint for that long. I mean, UP repainted like almost all of those CWSD 50s back in the 90s or early 2000s. So the fact that that one survived up through current day, that's impressive. Miniola sub. God. Miki Wikis, hey, how's it going? Good to see you here. Gonna be at CNV Survivor Sanctuary. Isn't it already? Basically? I mean, it makes sense that since they're along a CNW line there, it would make sense that they would keep a lot of CNW stuff. I mean, what other museum really stores a lot of CW stuff? And they got a fair amount of Burlington Northern stuff, too. We need to convince them to have a BN days. BN Foamers Unite. Alright. Oh, we almost got away with not having to split this cut. Oh well. For acquire an H1-9. We'll see. There's no -9s preserved yet, are there? I don't think so. I'm sure it'll happen one of these days. Unless they all just end up getting rebuilt into AC traction eventually. I'm really surprised that BNSF hasn't done more AC rebuilds. You'd think they would be, like, leading the charge on that, but no. I mean, they have the most -9s out of any railroad, and they're barely doing anything with them. You missed it? Oh. How could you do that, man? How could you let 8025 go by? Wait, is this a trick? It's UP 8025, isn't it? Or NS 8025. You can't drive it. Well, here's what you do. You go step outside, and you run like hell to the nearest set of railroad tracks. Let me guess, the nearest set is like 15 miles away. $20. Okay. Piece of cake. Oh, why are you doing this again? I hate when this dude does this. It's like you coming to Texas. Yeah, what happened to that fund that we were gonna do to get me down to Texas? I think I got like 2 pennies out of it, out of the, what did I say, like $400 I needed? Well, if we get 2 pennies every stream, and I stream once every 3 months, then we'll be there by the time we conquer the sun. That sounds about right. Live in Rock Island territory. Well, I used to live along the Rock Island when I lived in Morris. That's now the CSX New Rock sub. Alright, we got 4 cuts of cars we gotta pick up here to take to the FEC. Andrew Shaver. Sponsor? What? $6 now. Oh wow, we're gonna Man, we're gonna get this thing jump started here, aren't we? Maybe we can do it when maybe we'll have enough money by the time we conquer Pluto. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, not even make it to crossings in my own state before they get replaced. So, what chance do I have making it down to Texas? Yeah, I forgot that BN had so many branches in northern Illinois. It was ridiculous. Now, either the ones that still exist are part of RailNet, and the other ones are just gone. Well, you can come up here and maybe get one. They do run occasionally through YNet. Ah, I see. Oh, oh no, what happened? Ah, of course. I always do this. I'm glad to do this on yard jobs and not trains where I have the air pumped all the way through. That's a fucking pain in the ass to fix. Oh, you got access to the community tab? Nice. Something I need to use more often, but I don't. Sponsor? What sponsors? I don't have sponsors. I wish I did, but I don't. What, again? Where? Oh. BNSF. If I had BNSF as a sponsor, oh my god. Yeah, you can join my Discord server. It's always open for anyone to join. Still have I still have the Leslie. I ain't getting rid of that thing. That's a special horn to me. % chance of being green. Yeah, sounds about accurate. That's the worst. Not only do you have single chime horns, they're aftermarket. That's just a double whammy right there. You real fan Dyer, Indiana? Yeah, I've done Dyer a few times. You can look up the videos on the channel. I used to live not too far from there. Out of that switch. What the heck? Go switch. Just got out of school. Hey, UP Railfanner, how's it going? Just doing some switching here in Moncrief Yard. Getting a transfer ready for the FEC here. Got 4 cuts of cars to put together. I'm doing pretty good. Tommy SF real. You can't prove that. Track 5 coming. .30 and 152. That's what 6 had yesterday. Still haven't ran the ALCs on here in a while. They had that one train they ran back in August with 301, 309, and 2 new engines that were being delivered, but they haven't had an ALC leader since then. PNSF could cancel me. Sure. I mean, I think if VNSF tried to cancel me, that would be a interesting scandal. That a railroad tried to cancel a railfan YouTuber. How would that fly over with the public? Where'd you get your S3L? I bought it from a guy named Tommy Aker. He has sold a lot of train horns and parts over the years, and good guy to work with. My P5, I actually bought it as a P3 at first, and I bought the 3 and 5 bells from Tommy Aker to complete it into a P5. Yeah, Leslie is still around, but they're just not as prevalent as they used to be. I think actually the most recent horns they made were the RS2Ms for the, what is it, the M8s on the North Shore. What's that line? The Shore Line in Connecticut. Those new M8 EMUs. Those have RS2Ms. There's a surprising amount of RS2Ms on the East Coast. Way more than you think. With the Long Island Railroad, the Metro North, the Connecticut trains, SEPTA. They use quite a bit of RS2Ms out there. Yeah, I knew there was a railroad in Hawaii. It can't be that big. I think I actually agree with you, 9401. I used to be more of a Leslie guy, but just the amount of customization you can do with K-horns is ridiculous. With all the different eras of K-bells that have different tunings. It's a lot of fun to customize them. Sorry. .65-ton Whitcomb with an RS3L. Nice. think I've seen a video of it a long time ago, but I haven't seen any recent videos of it. Yeah, those are all good ones. Speaking of K5LLE, there has not been a video 6333 in quite a while. A little nervous about where that thing's been. Well, if you like the K5LLB and E, then you like the K5HLB, because they're pretty much the same exact horn. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we actually had a K5HLA go through earlier. BNSF 8088. It's nice to see that thing today. And it's funny that that one sounds the most like an Ace, because that one's actually forward-facing with the 1L reversed, like a K5LLA. All of the K5LLAs on GEVOs are with the 1L facing forward. Oh, see you, Mason. Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. Talk to you soon. But yeah, all of the K5LLAs, the 1L's facing forward, everything else is backwards. Which, probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't really like that too much on GEVOs. On Aces, it sounds better, but I don't know. I like having the 1L facing backwards. It creates a really nice Doppler. Look up my video of BNSF 9313 from February in Kiwani. The reverb and the echo I got off of that one would not have been possible if the 1L was not facing backwards. Just that brown note hits really hard in that video, and it's gorgeous. Yeah, most recent video 6333 was from New Year's Eve. Remember, let a coal train through Ohio that day. I was in Pennsylvania too. I wish I would have known about that. I would have gone after that if I knew ahead of time, but unfortunately I had no idea until after it was long gone. Well, K3L sounds like an RS3K because it's basically the RS3K is Leslie's version of a Canadian horn, much like the K3L is Nathan's Canadian horn. Is this real? No, Justin, none of this is real. Everything you see here is completely 100% fake. 5515's horn. Don't remember what that one has. 1 second. Oh, okay, K5LLA. And it's backwards, too. Dang it. Favorite K5LAs are on Dash 9s. Yeah, the Neurofont ones on Dash 9s are nice. And even sometimes the Neurofont 2000s can sound really good. Like in cooler weather, I think they sound better then, but in the summer, they're not that good sounding. And I'm not a fan overall of Razor K5LAs. One of the few times that I actually really like Razor K5LAs are when they're on the ACS 64s and they're going like 125. They sound really cool then, but otherwise, I don't really care for them. Passive Texter Kenna on the Slam. Nice. I think 6310 was hanging around my area for a while. Oh yeah, I'm gonna miss the old Acela K5 hybrid, K5LA hybrids when they're gone. Those new Acela horns are just garbage. Hopefully at some point they'll put like even rain. That's like the one thing that makes Razor K5LA sound good, is when you compare them to the Acela 2 horns. I would much rather have a Razor K5LA than that. Alright, we almost got this hooked up here. One more cut to hook up to. We're ready to shove this back to the FEC. RS3L or Horn Blaster Shocker? Oh, easily RS3L. As long as everything, all the hardware is good, then an RS3L easily. Dayton, Kentucky, Teardrop. Wouldn't mind checking it out, but it's probably not going to be anytime soon. I think either David or I think Ethan might have documented it before. Let me see. Well, maybe not. I'm surprised. So many Doge Rams. Really, they use a lot of shockers out there? Surprising. Then again, Hawaiians really love spam, so they're an odd bunch. Now look, I know this looks weird, but I have good reasons to run a train like this. Red lettered crossbucks. Really? Are they the Canadian ones, or are these like the ones they used in Ohio? You're crazy. Probably. Anyone who waits 24 hours for a K5 will be probably crazy. See a railroad crossing yard. Okay, so yeah, I think Ohio used those for a while on passive crossings, although most of them are gone now. So it's good to see that they still exist in your area. All right, now I can shove this back to the FEC. Oh, in Irvine, Kentucky. Really? How did it end up down there? But then again, there's 2 crossings in Attica, Ohio on the NS that have Canadian crossbooks. No idea how I got those. Nice. Yeah, I bet that arts trail sounds pretty good through the mountains there. All right, 9401. Good seeing you, man. Have a good one. Ever heard of Ravenna, Kentucky? I've heard of the town. I've never been there. Imagine being in a hotel in Hawaii near your arts trail. Yeah, that's not the first thing you'd expect being in Hawaii. Hey, Pikes Peak Subdivision Rail fan, how's it going? I'm doing pretty well. Brought in this FEC transfer to Bowden Yard real quick. We're switching out Moncrief Yard in Jacksonville on the Depot Plus A-Line server for Run8. Right now just shoving this long cut back, 7,600 feet. Had snow this morning. Oh, lovely. I saw a little bit of snow out in Pennsylvania when I was out there about a week ago. It was way too early in the year to be having snow. Yeah, it's supposed to get up around 70, I think, this weekend or early next week. Six inches, jeez. Well, we didn't have that much out in Pennsylvania. I mean, it basically all melted by a late afternoon. I'm guessing you're out in Colorado. I don't know where the Pikes Peak subdivision is, but it sounds like Colorado. PSI running RS3L, usually around like 100 to 140. Although I don't have my own air compressor set up. Most of the time when I run the RS3L, it's when I go to Monticello. And that's what they generally run the horns on. You always have a horn honk every year in September. I'll try to get my footage uploaded from that soon. I've been putting that off for a while. I got a lot of videos from Monticello this year, and a lot of nice combos I put together, K-horns. You can check out a Twiggy BNSS video to see some of the stuff I put together already. But I have other videos to share from that he didn't take. Colorado Springs River. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm sure you would like that video. I'll try to get it up sometime here in the next week or so. Probably streaming for one more hour here. And then I'll take a little break, and then I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch tonight. I'll be playing Shell Shock Live with a bunch of my non-rail fan friends. We always do a Friday night game over there. So it'll be a lot of fun if you want to come check that out. That'll be starting at about 7:30 Central. Hey, Frankie, how's it going? Oh, what the heck? I had a car derail. RTTX 958382. Oh, God. 958382. 958382. Oh, God, where's that at? Is that at? There it is. piggyback flat car. There it is. There we go. In fact, the Pearl Street still has its old signal, surprisingly. Here's the funny thing, too. They actually just upgraded the lights there to LED. They still have the same signals, but all the light frames now have Leotech EV LEDs in them. Actually, let me double check the ICC website real quick, because I think that crossing is listed to get new signals sometime in the next few years. I know a bunch of the crossings around Marseilles and Ottawa were listed to get new signals. Let's see. Yep, Pearl Street. Pedestrian gates install reconstruct warning devices. So it sounds like new signals. $430,000. Well, I guess it's a pending thing right now, but it says for fiscal year 2026. And I think that's the same with a lot of these other crossings. Install gates with flashing lights at Chicago Street. Pedestrian gates install reconstruct warning devices at Aurora Street. Reconstruct warning devices at Main Street. So most of them say reconstruct warning devices, which sounds like... I'm guessing that's just going to be new signals. But Chicago Street actually says install gates with flashing lights and reconstruct approaches. And all the crossings now in Marseilles, in town, have LED lights. But they did not replace any of the signals through town there. Kid named Lane. I know a couple of kids that live in Wynette. I don't know their names. But yeah, I'm guessing that's one of them. They've seen me around here a few times. I'm pretty sure they know exactly where I live. Well, yeah, they do, because they have seen me come out of my house before. Man, this is a long transfer. Holy crap. No, thank you, Pikes. I appreciate the nice comment. You know, unfortunately, some of the videos that I've taken this month aren't going to be quite as good because my my Rode mic kind of bit the dust recently. The cable on that frayed, and there's really no easy way to replace that, so I'm going to have to get a new mic soon. And I tried getting one of those Takstar microphones, because I've seen people have good luck with those, but the one I got just was not good. I got the SGC 600, which I think is their newest model, and the audio quality from that was just not good. No matter what setting I used, the microphone overloaded very easily, and if it didn't overload as bad, the audio was like really muffled. So yeah, it just, I don't know what the deal is with that, because I've seen many other people use like the 598 before, and the audio quality sounds fine. I don't know if it's just like the camera doesn't mix well with it, or I don't know what the deal with it is, but it just performed a lot worse than I was expecting. I mean, I could try and get like a 598 and see how it does, because I know I've seen people use that microphone and it worked pretty good. I don't know. And if that one fails too, then I'll just have to save up for a new Rode mic. I'll probably get that sometime next year. And of course, we're in the time of year now where there's a lot more windy days, so I would want something that has good wind protection. But yeah, for now I'm just mainly using the built-in microphone on my Panasonic until I can get a new microphone. Which the microphone's not bad, but it doesn't have good wind protection, and it overloads kind of easily with a lot of loud horns. So the faster I can get off of that, the better. Thanks for all the teachings on trains, my man. I greatly appreciate all the work. Thank you. I'm glad I've been a teacher in some regards. I mean, I'm definitely not the smartest guy when it comes to trains. I've never worked on like an actual railroad before. I've worked on a little steam train out in Ohio, but that doesn't really count. I'm just a rail fan like everyone else here, just about. I don't know. Is anyone in my chat? Does anyone in my chat actually work for the railroad or have worked for the railroad? A lot about Narrowfont Razor because you. Thank you. I'm glad I managed to teach people about train horns. I need to remake my K5HL video at some point soon, because there's more I've learned since I made that video, and some stuff that isn't 100% accurate, so I do need to remake that at some point. It's just those types of videos take me a long time to do because I don't make them very often. Do more history horns. At some point, I'd like to try and do like K5LLA or maybe K5LA at some point. I'm probably not going to do like K3Ls or anything like that because I'm not as familiar when it comes to like doing horns from the 1970s and before. I'm more familiar with like from the 90s on to the present. I want to work on BNSF. Well, best of luck in that. From the sounds of it, I don't think I'd want to work for BNSF in the current day. Not until they can get some better working conditions for their employees. See the WR's mechanical bell from Knoxville, Illinois. Nice. I actually just got a new bell for myself for the first time in years. I found it at an antique store out in Ohio. They actually had a bunch of bells there. They had 3 Satran hybrid bells and 2 first-gen WCH mechanical bells. Since I already have a hybrid, I decided to get one of the first-gen WCH bells. And the gong on it sounds more like an MI bell than a WCH. An MI or a Satran, it sounds like. But it sounds really nice, and I'm glad I have it in my collection. Okay, we are not going to listen to that the entire time. It's the usual install for BNSF. Oh, which crossing was that? Hold on. Let me look it up. What is it? Is it Henderson Street? Is it the one on the west side of town by the Casey's there you're talking about? Henderson Road? Okay, I see on Street View here, head of WRS Bell. Man, I wish I photographed that sooner. I don't think I didn't get the old signals there photographed. That's a shame. Alright, Pikes. Yeah, take care, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, yeah, by the Casey's there, yeah. I see in Street View it still had it in 2019. I wish I made it out there and photographed that before it got replaced. I got the new signals there photographed, but not the old ones. Plan on getting a WCH Type 3 Gen 1. That'd be nice to have. 3 crossings down. Ah, shit. I don't think there's any more mechanical bells left on the Peoria sub. Unfortunately, I never got any of them photographed. Yeah, 0. Yeah, I figured. At least I still got a lot of gateless crossings on that line. Old ones, too. There's one in Richmond, Kentucky. Nice. There's a stretch of about 4 of them in Chillicothe, Illinois that sounds really nice. It used to be 5, all in a row, but unfortunately one of them got replaced in 2019 with a WCHE bell. Yeah, I doubt they'll replace State Street. I mean, it's got a newer BNSF bungalow with USNS gate mechanisms, so I think they'll leave that one alone for quite a while. And given that they didn't replace the signals going east of State Street there, all those ones with the old State-Trans signals, that really surprised me. They installed new bungalows at 2 of those crossings out there, and didn't replace the signals, nor even the gate mechanisms. That really took me by surprise. I still suspect that they're probably going to replace the gate mechanisms at some point in the next few years. They're the last of the early 1970s gate mechanisms on the Chillicothe sub. Although actually there is another pair of them out in Lomax that I documented back in 2019. I don't know if they're still there or not. Winchester, Kentucky. Interesting. Oh, we're almost back in. Time this FVC transfer down. Then we gotta do this TTX transfer. Hate the chili sub because the units say run on it. I mean, it can get kind of stale after a while. But the days that they run the K5HLBs and K5HLAs, that's the good days for the chili. And especially when they run them almost back to back. Frickin' November 24th was the best day to be on the chili last year. 3 K5HLBs in 24 hours. That's just insane. I still remember, too, I was waiting out in East Galesburg for 8026. And, like, when it was a half hour away, that's when I got word that 8052 was coming as well. I was like, what is going on? Like, what? Like, I was losing my mind. And this was after, too, we already learned that 8025 also went through the night before, going west, so... Yeah, 3 out of the 4 raised their K5HLBs in 24 hours. That's something you don't see every day. The only one missing was 8055. I'm sure I'll be back in East Galesburg at some point. I don't know when. It's probably not going to be anytime soon, but I'm sure I'll make it out there one of these days. So the chicken hair looking nice, just on your way to school. Alright, looks like we're done with the FVC transfer. Now, I need to find the Y291 power and run this TTX transfer. There it is. What do you think is the loudest train horn? Any horn that's on an ace, especially a 5-chime K horn, doesn't matter if it's a K5 LLA or a K5 HL. Anything that's on an ace is going to be ear shattering. Yeah, K5 LLAs are only super loud if they're on an ace. Like on a Givo, they sound normal volume. Let's see. There. Oh, here's track 3. Raise our K5LA on this one. Hmm. 11 and 126. Kind of weak on the horn action there today. He's running main 1, so I wonder if we got an eastbound coming soon. Camera to use your stream your backyard. That's a Panasonic HC V180. It used to be my primary camera during the middle of 2019. Then I retired it and started using my Vixia again. And I just had it sitting around for a long time, and then last year I got the idea to use it for a streaming camera. And that's what I've been using it for ever since. And it's actually worked really well. I'm surprised at how well it's doing. It managed to survive the winter and the hot summer. Outside, very little protection. It's actually done really well. I'm surprised. It did shut off while I was in Pennsylvania recently, so unfortunately there's going to be a few days missing from the YNet archives for October, but I managed to get it turned back on as soon as I got back, so it's running now as it normally should. K5 or M5. It depends on what K5 you're talking about. What is that? Just heard something. I don't know what that was. I don't think it was in game. It sounded like it was in real life. I think you can get it for like 200 or less. It's a pretty inexpensive camera. And I think they've released a couple of newer versions of it since the one I got. It's not a bad camera at all. I would recommend it as like a starting camera. Sometimes the sound can get overloaded, so be aware of that. And unfortunately, there's no way to hook up an external mic to it, so if you plan on doing that at some point, then I would not recommend it. My HC V800 has a a mic, a cold shoe mount on the top of it, so that's perfect for if you want to hook up an external camp or external microphone to it. There you go. And then for the camera that I currently use for my main videos, just replace it with 800. K5 LLA or M5? I'd probably have to go M5 on that one. Oh, he just left. Where did he tie his train down, huh? Probably there. Yeah, he just lined us in this. Yeah, this is Run8. Made by 3D Train Stuff. Right on budget? No, with my chore money. Nice. Well, hopefully you can get that soon. You need to join the groups.io group for ATCS. You can download all the files off of there. M5 or RS3L? That's a tough one. I'm not sure. Probably RS3L. Yes, I do have a TCS monitor. I don't use it as much anymore because, Steph switched the frequencies for what they use for their wayside detection, so it's no longer compatible with ATCS. There's no application for your phone, but you can use a program like TeamViewer or Remote PC to connect your phone to your main computer, and you can run it off of that. Surprised they haven't replaced the Western Signal on Mulberry Street in Galesburg. They probably won't at this point. I mean, they replaced the gate mechanism on the mast there with the Siemens one, so they probably aren't going to replace the main signal anytime soon. Generally, if it has a Siemens or newer Satran gate mechanism, they won't replace it unless they replace the bungalow, which that one got a new bungalow back in 2012, so I imagine that one's going to be safe for a while. Yeah, still has the GS Type 1 on it. Yeah, I don't know why they never removed that no left turn light. So stupid. Riffan University Park. I was just in University Park recently. I don't really sit there too much. There's not really a good place to railfan there. Generally, if I do that area, I do Piatone. Piatone's got a lot of areas where you can sit, and you get a bunch of crossings through there with a lot of horn action, so I generally prefer that. Yeah, State Street had that bell up until like the early 2010s, didn't it? UP's weird sometimes with their signals. Like, they've replaced a lot of the older CW era installs and some of the newer WCH installs and even newer SafeTran installs on the line, but there's still several CW era installs remaining. Oh, something's coming here. Probably brick kick. $56.09, $36.75. Oh, work equipment. Bunch of tampers and spreaders on flat cars. Is this a full work train or is this brick kick? Nope, just a work train. Okay. Nice. It's all track equipment on flat cars. Not bad. Finally home. Good to hear, Zach. Just in time for the last half hour of the stream. Right there with you, buddy. That's why I don't work retail. Where would you work at if you quit Target? Hum or Horn Furniture? Hum Furniture. Okay. $18 an hour. Oh, that's pretty good. It's pronounced Hami. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, Wild Ajax appears. How's it going, man? We're doing some train stuff over here. Are you gonna be on for Shell Shock tonight, Ajax? I plan on streaming this time around. When more trip bids? Well, from when you and Zach came down, or you and Asa came down? I'll try to get to those pretty soon. By soon, I mean in the next 6 months. Will your next stream be? Hopefully I'll do a stream on here next week. I want to try and do these streams weekly. But I will be back on Twitch tonight for some Shell Shock Live. I'll be starting that at 7:30 Central if you want to come see that. My Twitch is TommyBNSF2. I'll just put it in. You can go to that link and I'll be on Twitch tonight. Alright, get this transfer in the yard and probably should have routed it over here. Poop. What the heck is going on? At some point, we'll definitely meet up, Logan. I just gotta figure out when I'm going back to that area, or if you ever come back to Wyatt again. Again, it was just poor timing the most recent time because I was not at home. But I think I'll be home for the most part for the next few months. I don't think I'll be doing very many trips, other than possibly another trip to Pennsylvania around Thanksgiving. There might be a bit of a surprise with that trip if I do end up going there, so I'll let you keep you guys informed on that when the time gets closer. I'm try and get a nap in, tired all day. Well, don't make it a 6-hour nap, Ajax. I know you. Well, hopefully I see you on Shell Shock tonight, so we'll see you soon. Alright, take care, Logan. I'll see you over on Twitch. I'll try. Good luck with that. Alright, hopefully I'll see you soon, Ajax. Probably send a Charlotte train north. Hmm. Boy, this transfer's longer than I thought it was. 5,000 feet. Jeez. That's a lot from TTX. Gonna have to get back on here later and sort out all these inbound cars. Gonna have a big queue for 58 tonight or tomorrow. Nope, here comes something else. This is probably brick kick. $65.49. Nope, bare table. Huh. Jeez. It looked like it had a bent 1L on it, but it was still sounding. CPAC 44, the K3HL now. What number? You like real fan guys see me, man? Yeah, I do. I mean, I just did a big 4-day trip on it about a month ago, so yeah, I'd say I definitely like it. I got all of the Illinois crossings on it photographed, all the way from Chicago down to Cairo, and those will be going up on the crossing website over the course of the winter. Oh, I never just realized I never changed the thing. Whoops. There we go. Yes, Discord exists, Zach. Nice phone drop. And also a good sounding horn. Well, if you can't send me a picture of it, and I'll try to confirm for you. Does the IC mainline use ATCS? There's server coverage on some parts of it, mainly more towards the northern part. I don't know how much there is on the Champagne Centralia subs. Probably not much. Hard to tell from that angle. I think it might be a high manifold, but it's hard to tell. Yeah, it would be nice if they incorporated the IC mainline, but I don't think they're going to be doing that anytime soon. They're probably just mainly going to be focusing on the areas they already have in the game, expanding those. I think the next major route that's supposed to come out is the CSX Fitzgerald sub. That'll connect to the A line here. And then I think after that, they might try and expand south towards Tampa. I heard rumors that they were going to do that, but I don't know for sure if they're going to do that or not. But that would be amazing if they expanded to like Tampa and the Bone Valley. Those would be fun operations to do. It'd literally be Danny Harmon area. John Gardner, do you mind? We are having a pleasant stream here. We don't need your Flanagan. What's going on, man? Been switching out Moncrief Yard for the last few hours. Box. Wasn't it supposed to be Bok? Now you're the drunk one. You can't even get drunk talk right. Okay, that definitely looks like a high manifold Zek. See it? Nice K3HL on that one. eastbound. $63.33, Fairbanks 40.52, BNSF 77.44. Light power. I'm guessing that's probably grain train power going to like Mendota. Yeah, those crossings are still set up Rock Island style, where the lights also shut off too when the gates rise. I generally prefer the bells to ring for the most part, although sometimes if I'm trying to go for good horn audio, then it's nice when the bells shut off. It depends what I'm trying to film. Alright, I think we'll get this power put away, and then I think that's going to be it for this stream. Alright, so I think we made pretty good progress today on this yard. Still got a lot to sort out, but that'll have to come later. Or I imagine someone else will probably do it, or I'll do it off stream later tonight or something. But, anyways, I think... Oh, I got to turn that off. There we go. I think that's where we're going to end the stream tonight. Like I said, I will be back on in about an hour and a half on Twitch for some Shellshock Live tonight. So if you want to come watch that, I will hopefully see you there. But in the meantime, I think this is what we're going to call it. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week for some more Run8.